Good evening, everyone. Please quickly write in the chat box if I am audible. Okay, guys, we are beginning the session in in a minute. Okay, so quickly join the session as well. Okay, we are beginning the session now. Quickly write in the chat box, like if you are able to see the screen. Guys, quickly write in the chat box if the screen is visible to you. Okay, now let's discuss. As you know, today is day 7 and today is the final day of the bootcamp of Python. So today we are covering these topics. First of all, we will discuss what is GUI. Afterwards, we will discuss Tkinter module. Afterwards, we will see two projects in which we discuss about the password generator first. Then the second project is rock paper scissor game. These are the things we are going to cover in this session. Okay, I hope it's clear to everyone what are the topics we are going to cover in this session. Okay, now what is GUI? Let's discuss. If we talk about the full form of GUI, so the full form of GUI is Graphical User Interface. So let's quickly discuss about it. GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. Okay, and now if we talk about what is finally GUI, it refers to the visuals or we can say elements of a software. Okay, it's which refers to the visual elements of a software application, and which is going to allow us to interact with the program. So that allows user to interact with the program. Is it clear to everyone? Quickly write in the chat box. Is it clear to everyone? What is GUI and the full form of GUI as well? Now, if we talk about what are the different libraries we have lots of libraries. Let's discuss. Like we have several libraries. For example, we have Tkinter, which is going to use, and we have PyQt, and we have WX Python and PySide. These are the some libraries we have. Now, but we know we are going to use the Tkinter, so we are going to discuss some more about it. So, if we talk about Tkinter, it is basically a standard GUI library. That's why we use extensively this library. So, it is just a standard GUI library for Python. And basically which comes with bundled with Python installation. That means whenever we install Python, Tkinter by default it comes with the Python installation and comes bundled with Python installation. And now if we talk about what is like Tkinter, so it basically provides us what it basically provides us. It provides like a text box, labels, buttons, these kind of widgets it's provide us. Okay, let's discuss in the next slide, or we just simply discuss it here, or let's write here like we I have already said like it is used to create basic widgets such as we can say buttons, labels, text box, and menus, and even more. Okay, and if you talk about like we have some more Python libraries which I have already written here. These are so these are you can say more advanced GUI frameworks. So let's write here. It is just advanced GUI frameworks, which basically offer more functionality and flexibility. That's why they are more advanced. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone till now. Please quickly write in the chat box. Guys, quickly write in the chat box. Okay. Now, if we talk about these frameworks that we have discussed here, like we have discussed four frameworks. So these frameworks basically what they are doing, just we can create a windows, menu, and buttons. So it is given to the user, which is going to be use them and in a interactive manner. So here is the framework. So with the help of these GUI frameworks, we can create windows, and this is not the windows that we have in our laptops. Okay, this is the window like this kind of like pop-up window came. These kind of windows we are talking, not the software one, basically operating system one. Windows, menus, buttons, many more, many more. Okay, which is going to provide an interactive experience. Interactive for users. Okay, I hope it is clear to now. Guys, quickly write in the chat box. Is it clear to everyone till now? Okay, now basically we can use these GUI frameworks to create our desktop applications. Okay, using Python. Now, afterwards, let's discuss Tkinter module that we have till now discussed little bit. Now, let's discuss it little deeper manner. So, firstly, we have discussed it. It is a standard GUI library in the Python, which is going to just provide a simple, basic GUI application, or basically it gives simple widgets which can be used to make a basic GUI applications. And these GUI application was, you can say, multi or basically cross-platform widgets. Let's write this statement like Python binding to the TK GUI toolkit, which is a cross-platform widget toolkit used for developing GUI in TCL. Now, what is TCL? Basically, tool command language. Tool command language. And I already told we don't need to install it separately because it by defaultly came with the Python installation. And it basically provide a set of widgets we have discussed and which is used uh, which is uh, to use build graphical user interfaces. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Guys, quickly tell me, is it clear to everyone? Guys, quickly write in the chat box. Is it clear to everyone or not? Guys, quickly write in the chat box. Is it clear till now to everyone or not? Okay. Now let's see the example for it in the next slide. Now let's see the example here. After it, we will dive to the Visual Studio Code. Now, if we talk about how to import, just we need to write import Tkinter as TK. Okay, who will tell me about this statement? What is actually doing here as TK? Why we have written as TK here? Quickly write in the chat box. Let's see how many of you know about it. Guys, quickly write in the chat box why we have written as TK here. This. And also tell me if we don't use this line, whether our code will work fine or not. Also tell me in the chat box. No one knows? Guys, quickly tell me. Okay, I will tell. Now here we have just used as TK for renaming the Tkinter. Like we don't want to write Tkinter everywhere. We just give a new name or basically a nickname to this module that is Tkinter. We have given a new name or nickname to this module. Okay, I hope it's clear to everyone. Now let's create a basic window. For that we need to write root equals to tk dot tk. Afterwards we will write root dot main loop. So what it actually do? It just create a basic window with a toolbar and a close button. So these line will basically create a will create a basic button, a basic window with a title bar and close button. Okay. Now you can customize it by using the functions which is already given to us. Okay, and also like Tkinter provides us lots of functionality that for using or basically creating a GUI applications. Okay, remember this part also. It provides us lots of functionalities. Provides Tkinter provides us provides a lot of functionality for creating GUI applications. Okay, I hope till now everything is clear to everyone. Please write in chat box so that we are going to write the code for our first project of today's. Guys, quickly write in the chat box. Okay. Okay, quickly tell me, is it visible to everyone or not? The screen is visible or not? Please write in the chat box. I am waiting for your response. Please write in the chat box. Screen is visible. Okay. Thank you for the confirmation. Now, first of all, we are going to create our first file here. Okay. And let's give the file name that is password generator. Obviously, let's give pass.py. Okay. Okay, we have created our file here. Now afterwards, we need to write code for it. First thing, you know that we need to import. And what is the thing that we need to import? We need to import Tkinter module. So I will write Tkinter as TK. Okay. Now afterwards, what we need to import? We are going to produce random passwords. For that, we need to use import string as well as random. So we will import string, and afterwards we will import random. Okay, created we have just imported all the necessary things that we need to use. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to write the code for it. Let's write the code for it as well. So first of all, we are going to create a function which is going to generate password. So let's write function to generate a password for us. Okay, for that, let's give the function name def. Afterwards, generate underscore password. Okay, we have written. Afterwards, like we have given the name that is generate password. Okay, now afterwards, we need to give the indentation. Here we will write first of all length. We will take the length from the user. What is the length he or she might wanting? Okay, length of the password, it is equals to let's say int, like int, because we are knowing that length will be a numeric one. Okay, like 543. So I will write int, and we know whenever we take the input from the user, it always come with a string value. So for that, we need to tackle it as well. That's why we have written int outside from it. Now afterwards we'll say length and entry. And here we will say like length entry dot get. We will write it for it as well. Like the code for it also we are going to write it. Afterwards, but we need to uppercase equals to, we will say uppercase equals to uppercase dot or basically variable var dot get, var dot get. Same with lowercase equals to lower dot var underscore, sorry, underscore var dot underscore var dot get. Okay, these yellow lines basically showing me, you can say, like it is showing me that these variable names is not defined here. That's why it is showing me yellow line here. We will, when we define the variable names, then it is not going to show me this. Afterwards, we are going to get digits. Like a password will contain upper, lower digits, and even it can sing. You can say symbols. For that, again, we say digits. Then afterwards, again, var dot get. Afterwards, we'll say symbols. Symbols equals to symbols var dot get. Okay, we have created a function here. Now we need to define the character sets as well, because here we haven't defined a character set like upper var dot get. So where from where we need to get the values. For that we need to define as well. So here we are going to define as well. Here we will say define the character set. Okay, here we are going to define the character sets. For that, we will say uppercase underscore letters will be equals to, from where we are going to take from the string dot letters. Okay, we are going to take the not letters. We want upper one. Okay, for that we will say upper cases. Now in the next, we will say for the lower one as well, lowercase lowercase letters equals to lowercase, or basically uh, from the string module we want this function lower one. If you if you come across with the like what are the different functions a string having, a string having these kind of functions as well. Now afterwards we need to define the sets of other sets as well, like for the digits as well. For digits, character equals to string dot digits, strings dot digits. Now afterwards, we are left with the last one, that is symbol. Symbols underscore characters will be equals to string dot. We are going to interchange the symbols, but here we are not writing the symbol. We will write here punctuation. because punctuation contains all the symbols. Now, till now, we have created the first, that is the function which is going to generate the password. Then afterwards, we have defining the character sets. Now, afterwards, we need to combine. Basically, we need to combine those as well. For that, quickly write the. Now, till now, we have defined the characters. Now, let's create the character set for the password. Now, first of all, we will say password underscore characters will be equals to if uppercase. Uppercase, then afterwards we will say if now upper, then we need to add the lower as well. For lower case, we will say password characters. Then afterwards we'll add it to it as well. That is lower. And next we having if, then afterwards digits. Then again same password characters. Then we will add it to it. That is digits. Then at last again if symbols. Then here we will say password. Again we are going to add it here to the password characters. Password characters. Then add the punctuation, or we can say symbols characters. Same, okay. Password. Now afterwards we need to generate the password. So till now what we have done, we have created the first the function that which is going to generate a password for us. Then afterwards we have defining the character sets, like from where the uppercase letters will get the values, from where, like string dot ASCII upper. Here it is just providing us the values that is covered in the this table, that is ASCII. Now same with these other also. Then afterwards we have created a set of characters of the pass for the password basically. Like if we get a upper one, then we will add it to the password character. Then afterwards we have generated the password. How we can generate? We are just joining with the empty set. Like we have empty, then afterwards we are going to generate and join. Join is basically used to add two different strings together. Then afterwards we are going to display the password at the end of the providing the length. Then we have created a GUI for here. Let's try to run it. Let's see what will happen here. That will give some error also. It can give. Yes, it is given because we haven't defined the upper cases. These all. Now quickly write the other code as well. Now we need to create a widget here. So quickly create the widget for it as well. So we have created a widget for it. Like first of all, we are providing the length of label. What is the length that we are going to get from the user? Then afterwards, length entry, which is going to be stored in the root. Then later on, we have defining the widgets. Now at last, we need to give the box sizes. For that, we need to provide a grid of all the other. So let's give those also. We have given like for the length label, we have given 0 row and 0 column. And at last, we need to run the loop. Okay, let's run it quickly. Okay, we are getting a error. Let's quickly let's quickly identify where we getting the error and why we are getting this error. Mhm. Now let's quickly save it. Control save. Yes. Now let's run it. Now yes, we got our answer. Now I quickly see. Here we can pass the password length. Like we want only upper. Like if we give one, then it is going to provide and let's generate. It will show me an error because I haven't selected the blocks. Okay, for that, let's change 3 and I will take one upper only. Okay, let's see. Now again, it is giving me result that is OMT. Okay, it is giving me OMT. Now let's, I want upper and lower as well. Let's generate it. Now here you can see we getting the all the lower. Now take the digits as well generated. Now here you can see we didn't get the any digit because it randomly selects. Now afterwards let's add symbol as well. Now here you can see we are getting first is or function or symbol, then afterwards 8, then afterwards B. Now let's always in you can say website we want around 8 size of the password. So let's generate it as well. Now here you can see no one can this crack it because no one guess it कि you will give the password or basically save the password like this to your IDs. And similarly, let's write for 12, get generated. Now here you can see we are getting this kind of thing. Like we have we have single quote, afterwards we have curly braces, then round brackets, then we have L, capital A, then brackets and slashes we have. Okay. I'll quickly write in the chat box. Is it clear to everyone about the first program that we have written here? Okay, I will add it also. Still, okay, I need to take two screenshots. Okay, I have added these screenshot to the slides as well. Okay, now let's I need to add the output as well. For that, quickly run this code again. Okay, I will give let's say 20, 45 length. No, it's quite much, 12. And for that, we need to select lower, upper digits and symbols. We need to generate it. Now we have get this. Okay, for that, quickly take the screenshot of it. Now I need to paste it. Okay, I have pasted it. Now at last we have rock paper scissors, and you all have been played this game in the childhood as well. So today we are going to make that game as well. For that, I quickly show you what is the code we are going to run. Like I'm just giving the overview of the project. Now here you can see we 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 are going to get this kind of output after running that code. Okay, now let's select rock. If I select rock, the computer wins. Let's check for the paper. Again, computer wins. Let's take scissor. It's a tie. Again, taken scissor. Computer is win. Okay, now let's take for rock. Yes, finally I won that. Now we are going to make this game as well in the today's session. Till now, please quickly tell me, is it clear to everyone about the first program? Okay, now let's create the second project now. Okay, for that, create a new file here. And for that, we give the rock for name, rock.py. Okay, first of all, what we need to do, again, first of all, we are going to import the Tkinter module. Afterwards, we are again needed for the random one. So we are going to import those two. First of all, we'll import Tkinter as Tk. Afterwards, we are going to import random. Okay, till now we have imported whatever we are needed with the modules. Afterwards, but we are needed to create a window for it. For that, we need to write a window which is equals to, let's create also, create a window, or basically create the window. And how we can create, we will say window equals to, let's say we have tk dot tk. Okay, we have successfully created a window here. Afterwards, what we want, we need to give the window title. Let's give the window title as well. Window dot title, and let's give the title as rock paper scissors game. Let's give the name rock paper scissors game. Okay, we have given the name here. So afterwards, what we want, now we need to define the choices, and we know we have only three choices. First is rock, second is paper, and last one is scissors. So quickly give the, so now we need to define as well. Define the choices. Okay. Now what are the choices we have? We have only choices three. We have only three choices now. Choices equals to, here we are going to make a list. Okay, we are defining a list which having three values. First is rock, second paper, then afterwards. Let's provide rock. Let's provide the second one as paper, and last one as scissor. Paper, afterwards we are defining scissors. Okay, we have provided all the choices here. Now afterwards, what we want, we need to define the function, okay, which is going to generate computer's choice. For that, quickly do it. We need to define for the computer's choice. Define the function to generate computer's choice. Computer choice. computer choice. Let's quickly do it as well. Now, for that, we just need one function that is def. Afterwards, computer underscore choice. Afterwards, we just need to execute the random one. Okay. Thus, we need to return the random value, which is going to select it from the choice, random dot choice, and basically choices. And if you know where to use choice, I have already told whenever we want to select any, you can say indexes, or if we want to select any strings, then we are going to select the choices. If we want to you can say randomly generate our string values, then we are going to use ran.int. But here we are dealing with the strings, so that we are going to use choice here. And choices is a list here from which we want to choose it, or basically select it. Okay, is it clear? Now, afterwards, we have created this one as well. Now, afterwards, what we have to do, we have to define, or basically check which is going to win. Okay. Now quickly see. Now here we will say define the function. Define the function to determine the winner. Okay. Now quickly write the code for this as well. For this, let's quickly write it as well. Now for this, we need to take care the what is selected by the player and what is the value from the computer choice. Then afterwards we need to compare those. If those values are same, like I have selected a rock and the computer also selected a rock, then this scenario will going to be a tie. And afterwards, like I have taken a rock, but a computer selected scissor, then you know I am going to lose. Sorry, I am going to win because I have selected a rock. And if I have selected a paper and computer selected rock, then also I am going to win. And and or and different kind of situation, we have one more, that if I selected scissor and the computer selected paper, then I am going to win. And rest of the cases, computer is going to win. Okay, we have comprised, or basically we have basically we can say we have optimized the code here, because we have used this or one. Whenever first statement is true, then we are not going to execute other statements as well. And also here we are not going to do any comparison, because we know if I lost the game, or basically I am not going to win, and the game is not going to tie. The only possibility is computer is going to win the game. Now afterwards, we have to define a function which is going to take the buttons, like rock paper scissors, for rock paper and scissors. Let's quickly define. uh, okay, we are here. Okay, now define define the functions. Find the function for the button. For the button click. Obviously button click event. Now here also we need to uh, define the buttons click events. So quickly do it also. For this we need to like for this we need to define a function. We have defined a button click which is going to take the value from the user, like whatever the selected thing, like I have selected a rock, then it is going to select it and it is going to say me you have selected or you have choose this option, like I have selected a rock or a paper. For this we have created here so that a user can see its out input. Now afterwards we need to create labels and buttons. So quickly do it. Create labels and for this we just need to use a label widget. Okay. Just we are going to use a label widget, that is tk.label widget. Afterwards we are going to use a window. Afterwards I will say you have choose a rock, paper or scissor. You can, like I'm just saying to the user that you can select rock, paper or scissor, and afterwards whatever I have selected then it is going to be closed. Now afterwards we need to write some more code here, that is like for the rock button, for the rock button as well we need to write like for the rock button. Afterwards for scissor button as well we are going to paper button. At last we are just going to show the result. Now at the end of this code we are going to run the window as well. For running the window we need to write window.main loop. Now quickly execute this. First of all we need to save it. Okay, we have saved it. Now let's run this part. Now here you can see we got the output here. Okay, now here it is showing me like what the value you want to select, like rock, paper or scissor. Let's quickly select rock. Now here it is saying me that you choose rock. This time the previous sentence it is going to be packed and it is going to be invisible, and overriding the next statement, that is you choose. So similarly let's take again rock. Now it's a tie. Now I am winning the game. Okay, now quickly I add these code. Now, guys, quickly tell me, is it clear to everyone? Now, I'm just going to give the overview, whatever we have discussed till now. Before that, anyone wants to play the rock paper scissors game or not? Please quickly write in chat box. Okay, then I'm sharing the screen. Quickly, whatever you want to choose, quickly write in the chat box. Then let's see who is going to win at its first time. Quickly write in chat box. Guys, quickly write in the chat box. What do you want to select? Rock, paper, or scissor? Guys, quickly. What is the value you want to select? Rock or a paper or a scissor? Okay, Pranav is saying paper. Paper. Yes, you win. Now, anyone else? Okay, rock. It's a tie. Again, try. Quickly try. Okay, paper. Again, it's a tie. Again, rock. Okay. Yes, finally we won. Okay, scissors. Again, it's a tie. Rock. Okay, now this time you lost the game. Now one more. Then afterwards we will take the overview of the today's session, whatever we have discussed in the today's session. One more, then we will. Okay, paper. You won. Okay. Now let's see the overview. Okay, quickly tell me, is it visible to you or not? The screen on. Okay. Now, for that, let's. Now, quickly see. Here. Now, today we have discussed about the what is GUI. Afterwards, we have discussed Tkinter module. Then afterwards, we have seen a password generator GUI application, and at last, we have discussed the rock paper scissors game. Okay. Now, first of all, what is GUI? GUI basically stands for Graphical User Interface. Now, which is refers to the visual elements of a software application that allow user to interact with the program. So, in a nutshell, basically, it is a interface which is provided to the user so that it can easily interact with the program. Now we have several libraries like Tkinter, PyQt, and we have WX, Python, and PySide. And Tkinter basically a standard GUI library for Python, and which is comes with the Python. Okay, whenever we install the Python, it by default comes with the Python. And if we talk about PyQt or we WX, Python, and PySide, these are the advanced GUI frameworks. Okay, and afterwards we have discussed like Tkinter basically provides us what are the things like it provides us widgets like buttons, labels, text boxes, even menus, and even many more. Afterwards, if we talk about GUI frameworks, which is basically used for creating windows, menus, buttons, and many more, which provides a interactive experience for the users. Okay, is it clear to everyone till now? Now, afterwards, we have Tkinter module. If we talk about Tkinter module, so it is basically Python binding to a TK GUI toolkit. It is basically a toolkit which is having Tkinter and which is a cross-platform widget, and it is used for the developing of GUI in TCL, like TCL, like tool command language, and it is also used to build GUIs. Afterwards, like we have seen an example on it. Like first of all, we need to import Tkinter as TK. Afterwards, we need to rename. Like here we are renaming it, and we are just giving a nickname to this module so that we don't need to write again and again this long module name. And afterwards, we have defining a basic window which having a toolbar and a close button. And Tkinter provides a lot of functionality for creating GUI applications. Now, if we let's take a look on the code as well. Like first of all, we have imported all the stuffs that we want, like import tkinter, afterwards string, then random. These all things we need to use in the current program. Then afterwards, we have created a function which is going to generate a function, and afterwards we have created a character set which is going to take all the values which are the possible, like for upper one it is having a to z, and for lower one it is A for Z. Okay, now if we talk about digits, digits will be 0 to 9. And if we talk about a punctuation, punctuation can be exclamatory mark, or it can be at the rate, it can be this line, and this anything. Now afterwards we have created a password which is going to take, like here we are just giving the password set. Then afterwards we are just taking randomly any particular value. We are not taking any exact value. We are just taking any random values. We are not taking any particular values. Now afterwards we have displayed the password to the user. Okay. Now afterwards, if you see, like we have created GUI for it, like first of all root, then root title. These two things will create a simple window, and it is created a window. Sorry, title name. Afterwards, we have created a widget. For creating the widgets, we have provided like a length of label, entry, and afterwards upper where these kind of things we have given here. Then at last, we have providing the size of it, like what is the size should we provide to those, and what are the different position will the buttons will having. At last, we need to start the GUI. Obviously, start the window. Okay, let's see the output for this. This is the output. Like we have given the 12. For 12, we have selected upper, lower digits and symbols. And after that, we need to hit generate password. Then this is the password that we have get from it. Then at last, we have a rock paper scissor game. Now quickly see the rock paper scissor game as well. For that, just I am zooming it a little bit. Like for this, we have import Tkinter. Afterwards, we have random one. Then afterwards, we have created a window. Then we have created a choose, which is going to be selected. What are the different possibilities we can have? Then afterwards, we have created a function which is going to select what is the choice for the computer. Then at last, like if you see, we have created a function which is going to determine the winner. For this, if the values are same, like a computer and my choice is same, then we are going to say it is a tie. If my choice is like it can be rock and computer choice is scissor, then it's going to be winner is me. And if we see here, like I selected paper or the computer selected rock, then again I'm going to win. And at last, like there's only three possibility in which I'm going to win. The third possibility is scissor, and there's a paper one. Then afterwards, and rest of the cases, the computer is going to win. Then if you see, like define the function for the button click event. For this, we are just created a function which is going to tell the event like what we have selected for this. Like you can see here, it is written you choose rock here. Okay. Now same way, like we need to create a labels and buttons here as well. So we have created labels and buttons. And at last we need to run the window. For that we need to use main loop. And here you can see the example snippet. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Sir, can anyone send me attendance Google link form? Like we will, Like just simply just again they said me. So we are ending this session and we are going to update the description of the video in which you are going to find the attendance. Okay, I hope you got the uh, clarity where you are going to get the attendance. So you are just getting the attendance in the description of the video and we are going to end the session now. Bye everyone.